Jim, about what you should do before you launch your NFT collection so you don't make the same mistakes that we made. Woo! And we're going to talk about what we did right, what we did wrong, what you should and should not do, and what we're doing now. And at the very end of this video, we are going to have a very special NFT, wow, I'm having problems talking today, NFT price just for you.
It's good because it's about mistakes when you do your NFTs.
What?
So you might as well make them all now.
I know, I'm doing that. Okay, what did we do right? Let's see what we did right. And why. We connected the dots. And that's really important because when you're starting with your NFT collection, you want to start with ideas around your collection that make sense for you and for the people that will buy them. So what are the ideas that you're coming up with? Are they something that people are going to want to purchase? And is it something that you're going to want to do? And then can you create the artwork for that vision? And finally, who are you? What are you about? What is it that's going to make this collection special and unique and different from everybody else's collection? So these are the things that I feel like we did right. The ideas. And this is sort of a big thing. I'm just going to go over to us for a second. This is sort of a big thing because when you're talking about ideas and you're working with a partner, like Sal and I work together on our NFT collection, Nuns on a Mission, and where's that pointer? If you have a bunch of ideas and the person you're working with wants to collaborate with you on those ideas, that's fantastic. That's what happened with us. That's what you want. That's what we did right. So be sure you're working with someone that you can actually collaborate with, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, right. And then you need to bounce ideas off of each other to come up with something that both of you really resonate with.
We do a lot of bouncing.
We do.
We do.
we bounce a lot because sometimes you come up with something that you think is really fantastic and somebody else maybe doesn't agree with you. So when we came up with a bunch of ideas, it turned out that what Sal came up with, which was the first nun for our Nuns on a Mission.
The
really,
First Nun. What a
right?
great name for a movie.
Yeah, I really love
Well,
the
so
first
is The Last
Nun.
Nun. First and Last, there are a lot of movies with first.
All right, who's here? I just have to see who's here right now. Hi, Rob. Welcome, welcome, GM. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, Dale and Robin. Great to see you guys as well. Love that you are here. Hello, Brown Melvin. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. And let's get back to what we were talking about. So, ideas. Secondly, artwork. Is the artwork something that you are able to actually do? And one of the things that worked out really well for us was that we're both artists. So it worked out well that Sal could draw on, number one, his iPad, number two, using Procreate. And the reason why that was so great and was right for us is because Procreate lets you save a file as a PSD, which is a Photoshop document, which you can then import into Photoshop, which is what I use to create all the layers for generative art. So what we did with the artwork, we did right. That was really, really good. And then within Photoshop, I was able to add lots of additional colors, lots of additional traits, lots of additional things that ended up making the collection into 525 traits along with our main characters. And we have 20 main characters, 20 main nuns, but then we also have a few surprise ones in there, which I haven't talked about yet. And I'm not talking about today. But they're rare ones, right?
Right.
And the other thing that we did that was right was that we used an iPad Procreate with an Apple Pencil. That's how we Sal drew on there. And then imported those as PSD files into Photoshop. And then also created a ton of traits for the nuns using both Photoshop and Canva. And it was kind of huge to use Canva as well. It really, really helps. So,
You've been using Canva a lot.
I've been using Canva for years. You guys who were with us with the YouTube educating know we've been using, well, I make all of my thumbnails in Canva. I make I make everything in Canva.
Well, Canva has morphed into a giant thing now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. So, okay, so then it's the artwork, and then who and what. And this is also really, really important because you have to know who it is that you're creating the collection for and what it is that you love to do so that you want to do the collection. Because doing an NFT collection is a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. It took us almost 6 months to create our collection, do all of the traits, get everything ready for it before we even generated it and released it. So it is a lot of work, and you have to be excited about what you're doing. So I am going to keep, just so you know how this is going to progress, I'm going to keep going, and then at the end of this particular segment, I'm going to take questions from you guys. You can put them in the comments below this video. If you're here live, you can put them in the chat, and we will get to them, both of us, as soon as we finish talking about this. So anything you want to say about who and what? Because I think, for us...
Well, I think knowing who your audience is, when you start doing your NFT collection, when you start even when you start your YouTube channel, and you start putting you make your YouTube videos for it, it will tell you, it'll kind of give you an idea of what your demographic is and who your audience is. Age range, male, female, And
sometimes you think you know, but you don't know until you start doing things, and then people come out of the woodwork that you didn't expect.
Right.
and maybe it's different from what you thought it was going to be, but at least you had an idea of who you're creating something for.
Right.
I think.
Right,
so,
and with the comments too.
Yeah. Oh. Comments can be scary, yeah. We know.
Or fun.
Or fun.
Or nice.
Our collection in particular was based on things about our families, things about the health of our families, how laughter and goofiness and silliness have helped our families so much, our parents, and our love of art and comedy. And those are the 4 things for us that really created our collection, because both sets of parents on both sides had major health issues. And it was really laughter, it was really fun, it was really silliness that helped all of them.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one of the things that was so important to us to incorporate into our collection, was to do something that would evoke laughter, because laughter's healing and it's wonderful. And a laugh a day keeps the doctor away, and this kind of stuff. I know, I just made that up. So it's the kind of thing that not everybody wants to have. Like, very few people actually have laughter, funny things in their collections.
Right.
But for us, that was super important.
Well, it makes it more fun to make it, do it.
That too.
Create it.
Yeah. So for us, a lot of what happened was based on our families, our parents, things that we lived through the years, and then how that affected everyone in the short term and the long term, and why laughter is so wonderful. And that's why our Nuns on a Mission are on a mission to make you laugh. And that's what the whole premise of the Nuns on a Mission is all about. What we didn't realize was that they were going to be so Picasso, Matisse, fractured fairy tale, Monty Python-ish when they were generated, right?
They generated sideways, which and it's funny because some people would have corrected it, but we loved it.
But we love it. We love it. And we love the way that they came out. So Okay, let's get back to that. So all of the reasons why you do your collection are really, really important for you. And to help tell the story about why did you even create this collection, people are going to want to know why you even did that. So let's get to your questions right now. And I think I saw
Melvin.
Can I ask here if you can address? Absolutely, please do. You two are awesome. Thank you. So are you. You are awesome too. Learn a lot from you. Thank you so much. So yes, please ask your questions now. Now is the time to dive into everything we have just talked about, because really it is a lot to start a collection. It is a lot to come up with the ideas. And when you have a partner that you work with, and we work so well together, I mean, even if it's sometimes hard to work with somebody else, it's really great to have a team that you can then build on and build off of. And that's another thing that you want to do, is you want to start creating your team so that it grows and grows and grows, and you get more and more and more help. So that's another thing that you definitely
You're going
want
to talk
do.
later on about collaborations. That's why I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to say anything now. Should I talk? Because
About
once you get your NFT collection up, then you can start to collaborate with other people to get it in front of a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I mean, that is hugely important, and I am gonna go through some of that pretty soon today. But things that we did right, which we're very grateful for and very excited about, are that we came up with an idea that we absolutely love. We came up with something that we could get behind. We came up with something that was about our family, our life, and it's something that we've lived through, and we know it works, and that's laughter. And so all of the things that came together to make this collection what it is, our Nuns on a Mission collection, is all about us. I mean, it really is all about us, because we're both artists, because we both love comedy, because we both love to be silly and goofy, and we both care about other people and their health and making them happy, and especially our parents.
We have,
So,
we have someone who's asking what the name of our collection is. They just came on.
Oh, okay. So, hello, Kid PM. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. I joined in just now. Please tell me the name of your collection. Nuns on a Mission. It's called Nuns on a Mission, and the mission is to make you laugh. And we are going to go through a little more about our collection. I mean, everything is about what we did right and wrong with our collection, Nuns on a Mission. And there were a lot of things that we kind of got lucky about. But one of the other things that we did when we were generating all of the ideas, et cetera, was, at least on my end, of course, a lot of research. And the research wasn't just about the ideas, but it was also about, how do you even do this? How do you even generate an NFT collection? And should we be making the collection the way that we're doing it? And can we do it the way that we want to? And you know, there's so many questions that you have when you're first starting a collection, and everything is a little scary, it's a little confusing, it's a lot overwhelming. And then as you do it, it's not. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. You get to a point where it's
Right?
like, huh, this is going to happen.
This is going to
It's
happen.
just a matter of,
This is cool.
Little bumps in the road you get past, and
Yeah.
the things that you have to do in the order you have to do them. It's like, you know, everything.
It's like everything. So,
but it actually, it does happen.
yeah, and it really does happen. And so, thank you. We love the name too, Kid. And thank you. We think our mission is so unique and original for NFTs, but also it's something that we're so passionate about. And even when, you know, even when you're in a situation that's difficult, laughter is the best. So anyway, I'm getting emotional, which I always do. Okay. If you have any more questions, put them in the comments, put them in the chat, and we will get to them. So what did we do wrong? Oof. Okay, what did we do wrong? Well, it's called love and loss, right? It's called love and loss. So we kind of rushed a bit with a lot of things, which really wasn't good. to do. We sort of rushed deciding on who we were going to generate our art with. We sort of rushed into what we were going to do as far as minting. We sort of rushed with our smart contract. We sort of rushed with a lot of things because Nuns on a Mission, when we came up with the idea and we came up with the name and we came up with all the stuff that we were going to do about it, we really, really wanted to try to get the collection up for Christmas. Because we thought, oh, Nuns on a Mission, perfect, you know, it'll do so well at Christmas. Nuns and the whole idea behind it of laughter and family and good health and happiness. And that didn't work. That didn't work out at all. And I'm just going to come over to us, honey. And then what ended up happening was that we used Bueno Art, which is a fantastic generative software program. Bueno Art, Bueno Art. It cost us 1 ETH for 10,000 NFTs, which at that time was about $1,550. Now it's 16 something or other. Ethereum's gone up. So it was 1 Ethereum cryptocurrency plus all of the gas fees to do all of the things that you have to do with your smart contract and your minting phases and all of these other things. And a lot of that might sound like gobbledygook to you right now because it sure as heck did to us. And we kind of learned it as we did it. And even though I've been educating about NFTs for almost 2 years now, there was so much I didn't know and still had to learn about doing all of these processes. And part of the problem was that we were doing all of this at Christmas, at New Year's, and Bueno Art was basically on vacation. And so there really wasn't any customer service during the day to talk to anybody. And even though they did pop in and out the whole week, which was fantastic of them, it took a long time to get answers. And I didn't even understand, here's the major thing I did wrong. I didn't even understand that I was still in the testing phase when I thought I released our collection. So one of the things you really want to know is, what are you doing when you are doing your smart contract, when you are setting up what's called your mint phases? What are mint phases? Mint phases are, do you want to have one specific phase where you gift things, or you have a whitelist where you're airdropping tokens to specific people, or you've whitelisted a group of people and those people get your NFTs before everybody else? That's a phase. Then your next phase might be, okay, well now we're going to do, we've done our whitelisting and we've done our airdropping, but now we're going to do a phase where we open up the project for free for a certain amount of time. That might be your second phase. Your third phase could be, okay, now we're going to allow people to mint, but only maybe 200 NFTs at a really, really low special price. So there are a whole bunch of phases that you can set up. I don't know if you can do this in every software, but you could do this on Bueno Art. And so every time you set up a phase, it does cost a little bit of gas to do that. You can open, pause, and close the phase. And here's the second thing I did wrong. I didn't know that you could really just pause it. I thought you had to open it and close it. And I ended up closing phases before I really wanted to. I wanted to pause them, I ended up closing them, and then you can't reopen them without completely redoing your smart contract. And we paid for our smart contract. We pay Bueno Art 5% of all sales, all initial sales, to have a smart contract with them.
So the moral of the story is, be careful what you do because you pay for your mistakes.
We did. We did. So yeah, when it comes to something like this, yeah, you pay for your mistakes. So what did we do wrong? You got to know that you're still testing when you're testing, and you're in the test net, not the main net, when you launch, when you think you're launching or releasing your collection.
The car was still in the garage.
Holy cow, folks. I mean, know what you're doing. So I did that wrong. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is that when you have your different minting phases, and minting means when people can actually purchase or get for free or get airdropped or whatever, your NFTs. That's what minting is. So you want to be sure that when you're doing your phases, you understand the software program that you're working in. What does it mean to pause? What does it mean to open? What does it mean to be done? What does it mean to close? I mean, what are all these things? And do you pay gas fees to do them? In our case, yes, you do. And you need to know, when are you going to do them? When are the gas fees lowest? You don't necessarily know when gas fees are lowest, but these are all the kinds of things that happen to you that you don't know to know. Unexpected, and then, oh my gosh, right? So it's not that we did a ton of things wrong, but we did things wrong.
Well, it was our first time, and it's going to be everybody that does something for the first time.
Yeah. But this is why we want you to not make these mistakes. So when you decide upon a software program, and believe me, I did a ton of research, but when you're new to something, you don't really know, when you read something, if you understand it until you actually do it. And then you can find out, oh my gosh, you didn't really know what the heck you were doing, because maybe you didn't really understand what the instructions said. So in a lot of these programs, in these software programs, the people who write them are so great at what they do. They just assume that you understand what they're talking about. And they don't necessarily explain everything. So ask a ton of questions, and hopefully don't do things during a holiday. So that was the other dumb thing. Like, don't try to launch during a holiday, even though you think that's a great idea. If there's no customer service, and you have issues, you're on your own. So it's kind of stupid to launch during a holiday.
Well, I have to say, it depends on the size of the company. Now, Bueno Art, I don't know how big of a company it is. I know how big they've gotten as far as volume of customers.
Yeah.
But I think volume of customers to employee ratio is probably way off.
It is. So
they didn't expect to get so popular so fast, like a lot of internet companies.
Right.
And that happened a lot. So.
Right. So they have about 12 employees.
When they go on vacation, they go on vacation.
Yeah, and they have
and
about,
it's not,
3 or 4 of them who are in the Discord, because you ask all of your questions and you open your customer service requests in their Discord. And this is another thing that you have to learn about, is where do you ask questions? How do you ask questions? Do they have a customer chat?
Yeah, where do you get support? Where
do you get support? You want to know. And if you're going to need it, which you are. Yeah. You are going to need it, then for sure you want to sign up in their Discord before you need the support, so that you're already there.
And once they were back, they gave great support.
Yeah.
And we've got to fix all the problems a little bit at a time, and then it happened.
Yeah, and to this day, I'm still asking them questions about the collection, because new things keep coming up, and then I have more questions, and then I go back in and I ask them more questions. So be sure that you are already in the Discord or wherever it is that you need to do things. So what are the consequences? The consequences are that we ended up spending more to create our collection than necessary, that when we generated our NFTs, we didn't necessarily understand, meaning me, what they were going to end up looking like, because, and I'm just going to go back to us for another quick second. When I set up the folders in Photoshop for all of the traits, I set up each nun as its own separate file folder. Within each file folder, then I also set up all of the individual layers for the nuns, and within those layers, all the traits, I set up within each trait folder more traits. And so when I generated the collection, what ended up happening was we ended up getting fabulous gifts that look like Picasso, that look like Matisse, that look like Fractured Fairy Tales, that look like Monty Python. And I mean, the first time I saw one, I just literally burst out laughing. I just love them so much. And
the drawings were great. I mean, if I do say so myself, the drawings were great.
Right.
They were fun. They were, but this made them funny.
So funny and so different. And it's just like everything changes when it's generated. And if you don't expect what's going to happen, it can be quite a surprise. For us, it was a good surprise. So, but for you, it could be another wrong. Like you could be like, oh my God, this isn't what I wanted at all, and I'm not going to keep it. And then you have to go back in and fix everything, which I could have done, but I didn't want to. I absolutely loved it. So that's a serendipity that happened with not knowing everything, which is fine, because sometimes that makes it better. So wrong can be right, and that's a really lucky thing. So generating the NFTs and then the reveal delay, because I did not realize that I was still in the test net instead of the main net, and then closing phases before I even really wanted to close them. So these are some of the consequences that could happen to you if you're not careful. Okay, so are there any questions about any of this? We are open to them right now, or put them in the comments below this video. Anything you want to talk about, be sure to put it into the chat, and Sal will keep a lookout for that, and I will come back to it. Okay, let's keep going. So what should you do and shouldn't you do for your collection? Well, first of all, don't do this. Don't wait. If you want to do a collection, it's going to be more and more congested on the NFT marketplaces. So you don't want to wait to get your collection up. You just want to do it. Don't procrastinate about doing things, because the longer you procrastinate, the more likely it is that you won't actually do it. And then, of course, don't not do it, because if you actually have an idea to do an NFT collection, this is something that still to this day, even though there are more and more NFT collections, you are still in a minority, a tiny little minority in the world of people who understand and are doing non-fungible tokens, NFTs, digital collectibles. And this makes you very unique and very special just for the fact that you're doing it. So don't wait. Don't delay, don't procrastinate, just do it. That's the first thing. The consequences of not doing it are that you're simply going to miss out on being an OG, which makes a big difference a lot of times in what happens down the road. And down the road is something that you really do want to think about. You want to think about, if you're making an NFT collection, how is it going to grow? Because you are able to do commission. And when you have a commission on your artwork in secondary sales, you will still make money. You will continue to make money as long as these marketplaces are up, and as long as these marketplaces are still accepting NFT commissions, which, hope that they will continue to do that. That's what we want. And the longer you wait, the more difficult it's going to be for your collection to rise. Okay, so you want to be the one that rises. You don't want to be the one that goes down, 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 because there are so many other collections coming up. You want to be an OG. So that's number one. Number two, not making money. Like, you want to make your money back, right? So if you spend money creating a collection, which we've done, you want to make your money back, and you don't want it to be too late. You don't want to miss out, you don't want to not make money, and you don't want to be too late to the game. So these are the things that you should do. Hire a virtual assistant. You can do this on a website called onlinejobs.ph, which stands for Philippines. This is the best place to find a virtual assistant. Why? Because Filipinos, number one, are very dedicated people. They work really, really hard. They want you to be happy. They want you to be successful, and they want to be a part of a team. They want to know that you are going to be working with them for an extended period of time, not just once. And also the rates are really low compared to other parts of the world. So these are 2, 3, or 4, or 10 fantastic reasons to work with Filipinos. So onlinejobs.ph, build a community. And you know, this is something, I'm just going to go over to us for a second. This is something that we did wrong. And I am so upset with myself for doing this, because what you are supposed to do is build up your community 3 months before you launch. And we didn't, okay? We didn't do it. And the reason why you need to do this, the reason why it's so massively important, is because you want to sell your NFTs. I mean, to date, how many NFTs have we sold? At like 11, 12. I mean, it's not a lot. And that's because we did not build up our community ahead of time. If you have 10,000 followers in your Twitter, 30,000 followers in your Discord, 5,000 followers on your Instagram account, all of a sudden you are going to have a lot of people who are listening to you, who are looking at your collection, who are seeing your art, and who have the potential to buy your NFTs. If you don't do this, and we only started really promoting the Nuns on a Mission through Twitter, through Instagram at the end of December. And so, you know, we launched the collection January 3rd, and then still had a few like bumps in the road until about mid-January. And so really we've only been out there for about a month. And I think we've built up for Nuns on a Mission, like, I don't know, 200 or 300 followers between all of our different social media for the nuns. That's not enough to sell a collection, because even if you get 1% of those people.
And that said, you can always have different, you could start with a different amount on your collection. I mean, you can mint less.
Yes, you can start, you could actually only mint 100. You know, you could do
a small collection?
You could do a very small generative collection. We did a generative collection. You could do one-of-one collections, and each one of them would be a one-of-one, and just sell as
it would cost less to start.
It would, yes.
To get a feel for it.
Yes,
And then you get that feel for generating a collection.
Yes, that's a great point. So keep in mind, you don't have to do 10,000. You don't have to do 5,000. You don't even have to do 1,000. You could do 100. And that would help starting to get momentum of sales.
Right.
Would be so much smarter than
get your feet wet.
Doing the whole enchilada.
It's not as scary.
Yeah. So that's a great point, honey. These are so many things that you learn. So build your community ahead of time. And don't be afraid of Discord. It's really great to have a Discord if you have someone to run it. And we, right now, don't want to invest in someone to run it. So we don't have a Discord at the moment. Doesn't mean that we won't, because I have found true value in Discords just from working with Bueno Art through Discord. And actually, I do belong to quite a lot of Discords now, and I'm learning and understanding how beneficial they can be. But if you have Discord, if you have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for your NFT collection, your chances of doing well are so much higher if you've started 3 months ahead of revealing and launching your NFT collection.
I have a question.
Yes.
And I'm asking it for other people, but I'm not 100% sure. What is Discord? What is a Discord? What is that?
Discord was started by gamers. That's a great question. Discord was started by gamers for gamers to have a way to talk to each other during playing video games. And you can be on Discord and on your computer at the same time. So you can be chatting with each other and playing a game at the same time. Because so many gamers had PFPs, which are profile pictures, that they used as an avatar instead of their own real self. When they're playing a game, they have a fake name, they have a fake look, they have a fake image. They were like the first people to actually purchase NFTs because it made perfect sense to them. So Discord started with gamers. It was a way to communicate. And then when people started creating NFT collections, and they were gamers anyway, and they did videos, video games and all that kind of stuff anyway, it just made perfect sense for them to start talking about their NFT collection in Discord, because that's where they talk to each other anyway. So then as people launched NFT collections, realizing the value of having Discord, this is why Discord became so important, so valuable for NFT collections. Twitter, at the same time, became hugely important for NFT collections. And the reason for that is because so many NFT collectors, so many NFT artists, so many NFT creators, so many NFT collections are also on Twitter. And so those are the top two for you to be on. You definitely want to get involved in Discord and understand it. You may not want to have your own Discord yet, because it's not realistic that you could be on it 24 hours a day. Nobody expects you to be on Twitter 24 hours a day. But Discord, they kind of do, because it's like a closer chat with each other. It's more real-time chat with each other. Any other questions about that?
No, I could just say that one of the biggest groups, I don't know, but there are a lot of celebrities on Twitter, and a lot of celebrities buy NFTs. They start their NFT collections.
Yes, and celebrities are great to follow who collect NFTs, because you will then learn about other NFT collections. You will learn about what those collections did to attract the celebrity, what the good things are that they did, what the bad things are that they did, because everybody has done both good and bad things. And some celebrities actually are being sued right now because of NFT collections that they got into, because they didn't say that they were being paid to promote them. So yes, so if you are being paid to promote something, you actually have to disclose that. It's the law. And a lot of people, even celebrities, for some reason, didn't realize that.
So who's suing them?
Who's suing them?
Who sues the celebrity?
Oh, the Security Exchange, SEC, is suing them.
Oh, because then they get the secondary sales and all that?
Yeah, because it's the law. It's the law that when you are actually promoting something, like even on a YouTube, if you're a YouTuber and you are promoting a product and it isn't your own, if you have, let's say, Amazon affiliate links, like we do for our YouTube channel, if you have Amazon affiliate links, you need to say somewhere within your description that these are affiliate links and that you might receive a little percentage of a sale on something if anybody buys from it. And it's the same with NFTs. If you are promoting someone else's collection and getting paid for it, you do have to say that you are promoting this and that you may be getting some kind of compensation for it. Even if it's a small amount, you do have to say that. Even if it's an NFT, you do have to say that. So you might be paid in NFTs to promote something, but you still have to say that I was lucky enough to get paid in NFTs to promote this collection, because when it goes viral, these NFTs are going to be worth mucho megabucks, right? That's what you want. Okay, so questions. What are we doing now? Well, we are promoting our collection. How are we doing that? Well, we are marketing it and advertising it through YouTube, and we're doing that on our own Nuns on a Mission comedy club on YouTube. And we have only been up for about 7 weeks. We already have over 33,000 views. We have 61 subscribers, which we are happy about. We would love to have 61,000 subscribers, 610,000, 6 million, and we hope that we get to that point. But we are very happy to have what we have right now. And as you can see, many of our little joke, because what we're doing is we're posting jokes. Many of our jokes are getting over 1,000 views, which we're so excited about, so stoked about, because that is really, really cool. And one of the things that people want to know about your collection is, what is the utility? And one of the ways to market and promote your collection is with some form of utility.
What is a utility?
So utility is something besides the fact that your NFTs are just collectible art, which they are, right? So they're just a collectible and they're a piece of art or a photograph or whatever it is, a trading card, whatever it is, a video, that a piece of music that your NFT is. First and foremost, it's that, and then secondary, is there something else that gives it what's called utility? Is there some other thing that it can do for me, the buyer, me, the collector? For our NFTs, when you buy a non-NFT, our utility is that you can then DM us on Twitter, on Instagram, with your NFT number, your non-NFT number, your own joke or stand-up set for her. And as long as it's good, clean fun, because they are nuns, after all, be respectful, right? These are nuns. As long as it's good, clean fun, it can be saucy, but it can't be bad, okay? It can be saucy. As long as it's good, clean fun, we will create your nun as an animated stand-up nun, and she will be on the YouTube channel, the Comedy Club, and that's the utility for our collection. Number one is that there is this NFT Comedy Club where you can go and listen to the really corny jokes that we've come up with for the nuns, right? Really corny. You can look at the fun, goofy, ridiculous animation and hopefully laugh. And the secondary utility is that laughter is so good for your health. So go to the website for the nuns, and if you look in the description below this video, you will have a hot link that will take you to a page where you can click on the Mint page, where you can click on the website, where you can click on OpenSea, where you can click on Twitter and Instagram and see everything about the nuns. But on the website, it shows you the utility for the nuns, besides the Comedy Club, are the health benefits of laughter, and they are huge. And it is scientifically proven that laughter is healthy and healing and great for your body. And so part of the reason why it's smart to buy our NFTs is because they have really wonderful health benefits and great utility. So that's what utility is. And what else are we doing to promote them? Well, coming soon is going to be a video about our collection from none other than Giancarlo Buys Tokens on YouTube. So if you go to Giancarlo Buys Tokens on YouTube, you will see that he has 108,000 subscribers. He's got 4.3 million views, and I think he started his channel, I don't know, maybe in like April of 2021. So he has built it up really, really fast. And incredibly, he contacted me personally on Instagram. I have been posting since December on my personal Instagram account NFT collections. I've been following different NFT collections to learn about what are people charging, what is the floor price, what is selling, what's trending on OpenSea, what does the art look like? And I've been doing this ever since December, almost every single day. And he started following me on Instagram. And then I posted a collection that he was really interested in, and he asked me some questions about it. And then he said, how about if I promote your collection? And I think my heart skipped a beat. I was so excited because, you know, it's one thing to create a collection and have your ideal buyer in mind. And it's another thing for someone who is doing super, super well, like Giancarlo is on YouTube, for them to come to you and say, I'd like to promote your collection. And it was just, I mean, once I sent him all the information about the collection and he learned about all the things that we did as far as helping our families with laughter and things like that, and the other things with the collection, he actually said to me, I would like another YouTuber who's a good friend of mine to promote you as well. And now I'm going to show you who that is. And that is Sean Benson. He has 192,000 subscribers, almost 200,000 subscribers, and over 10 million views. And not only that, but he also has, I'm just going to go over to us, he also has his own NFT collection that he promoted on his channel and also did ads for, et cetera, and he has sold over $1.5 million worth of NFTs from this collection. Now, he is a gamer, and so the NFTs have to do with gaming, but pretty freaking impressive, right? And he wants to promote our collection as well. So they are both making videos about our NFT collection. So listen, guys, I am giving you an in right now. Our collection, you know, they think it's going to go viral. They think it's going to go huge because between the two of them promoting it and talking about it and all of the subscribers that they have, et cetera, plus their Twitter accounts, plus everything else that they have, their Instagrams, I don't know. I mean, it's just insane. So I don't know. We're just very, very excited to see what's going to happen with this. So that is part of where we are promoting. And then, of course, social media, Twitter and Instagram we are promoting on. Our Nuns on a Mission are on Twitter, of course, at Nuns on a Mission. And we have 123 followers there. And then we are also on Instagram. We have 45 followers there. And we are trying to post at least 3 or 5 times a week. But it would be better if we posted every single day, which mostly I'm just doing on my personal Instagram account. So, okay. The third place is NFT media and news sites. And we are ramping up to do our marketing, not just on YouTube, not just on social media, but also on magazines, calendars, and newsletters. We've already posted on NFT calendars, but look at how many options you have to, and this is nothing. I mean, these are just a few of the places that you can market, advertise, and pay for, of course, your NFT collection. And then besides all of these different magazines and media outlets, et cetera, just for NFTs and crypto. Also, you can promote and market and advertise your NFT collection through these social media promoters. Now, we must get, I think, almost every single day, we must get somebody saying, do you want to promote your collection through our Twitter account or through our Instagram account or through, you know, whatever, mostly through their Twitter account. We have 90,000 followers, we have this, that, this, and that, and this is what it's going to cost you, and they give us, you know, a whole list of what it's going to cost and what we can buy and what they're going to do for us, and all of this adds up to a lot of money, right? So one of the things that you really want to do is be sure that you have a budget already, which we do, for your marketing and advertising. And if you want to be good, start, and you should be, because the whole idea here is that you don't make our mistakes. I'm going to pop over to us. If you want to be good, you should start marketing and advertising 3 months before you reveal your collection. And you want to do that by advertising on Twitter, by advertising on, well, first of all, you should get yourself into Discords and meet a bunch of people and start learning about Discord, and then trying to find someone to run a Discord for you. That would be very helpful. But in your marketing budget, you want to pre-post your collection in the calendars. You want to pay to be promoted on these calendars, and this could be very expensive. We were told anywhere from $400 just to post one of our NFT pictures on one of the main pages for a day. $400 for a day. Okay. And then for $1,500, we could get promoted for a certain amount of time. We could get a story written about us. We could have interviews done of us, but you pay for everything. And so you do need to know, how much do you want to spend? What is your return? So for 10,000 NFTs, what is your floor price? What is your potential sale? If everything stayed at the floor price, for us, it's 0.015, our floor price. That's our floor price. If it stayed at the floor price right now, that's around like $35, 25 to 30 bucks, something like that per NFT. Right. If we sold out all 10,000 of them, we would make a nice amount of money, right? So what should our budget be? Our budget should be 10% for promotion and marketing of the potential whole sellout amount. That should be the budget. And you want to split that budget up amongst all of the different ways that you can market yourself and advertise yourself. And you have to include the cost of actually creating and generating the collection. And you have to include gas fees. And if you airdrop stuff, it's going to cost you gas fees. So if you airdrop to 200 different wallets, you are paying 200 different gas fees. Gas fees can vary from $1 to, I mean, I was trying to airdrop some NFTs and gas at that time was $500. $500. And the reason for that was because there was a huge collection out at the moment that I was trying to airdrop, and everybody was trying to buy and sell at the same time that I was just trying to airdrop a few NFTs. And so it made the cost prohibitive, and I couldn't do it. I had to wait until the dust settled. Right. And the gas fees went way back down, and then I was able to go back into the dollar up to like $7 range. So that for me was doable, but $500 was not doable. And these are the things that you learn when you're doing all this kind of stuff. So airdropping is not free. Airdropping is not free for you, the NFT collection team. You pay for everything. Okay, you are paying for everything. So when you whitelist people and you give them the opportunity to come in early, do you pay for things? Yes, you do. You pay for the phases. You pay gas fees for those phases, opening and closing them, and everything that you do, you pay little fees for. So part of your budget needs to go to that. And you just want to be sure that you're thinking about all of this stuff ahead of time, because there's a lot to think about. Okay, so all of these different places that you could be marketing and advertising your collections on. You want to get interviewed for free if possible. You also want to try to find celebrities who will promote you for free if possible. You want everything you can possibly get for free. And then whatever you have to pay for, then you have to pay for. And just don't not pay for it. Promote, market, and advertise your NFT collection so that it sells. Questions about that? That was a lot. I know that was a lot, but I think, you know, we have gone from A to Z about starting with an idea and ending up with promoting your collection after it's launched. And you will never stop promoting. If you stop promoting, you die. I mean, people only know about you because you promote, right? Promote, promote, promote. And you have to be visible. People don't know who you are until you show up and let them know who you are. So, wow.
Right.
Right?
And creating anticipation is a big thing. So that's why the pre-promotion is huge.
It's huge. And we missed out on that.
Right.
We
so
really
don't
missed
make
out
the
on
same
that.
mistake we did.
Yeah, don't make our
mistakes.
mistakes.
That's the whole idea. But even start, again, I said, starting with a small collection is a great idea.
It is.
To get your feet wet.
It is.
So you can try it, and then you'll go through the process. It won't cost as much,
right.
And you'll learn how to do it, and you'll see what happens when you do it.
Okay, so questions right now while you have us live. Do you have any questions for us right this very second? I'm just trying to think, did I miss anything? I don't know. Is there anything? Probably. Yeah. I missed stuff because there was so much.
There's so much.
I mean, my gosh, there was so much that happened when we were trying to get this collection going. And it is a lot. It is a lot. And it does take a lot of work, and it does take commitment. And even now, it's so much work, and there's so much commitment.
Right. So we'll in the next progressive video.
Yeah.
We'll show you what happens after something happens.
Yes. So in our next live, we're going to show you what happened behind the scenes. So I want you to see, what are people offering us for our NFTs to promote them? What are people saying to us? How are we negotiating with people? What do you have to do to negotiate with people? What should we be doing now instead of just, we just almost had a question there. What should we be doing now instead of whatever it is that we are doing now? How else can we be making our collection visible? Because that is really the key to sales. The key to sales is to being in your face all the time on a regular basis. So VA having a virtual assistant, even if it's like ChatGPT, right? You need a virtual assistant to help you get your Twitter posts done, get your Instagram up there, know what you're going to say, get your schedule going. You want to be sure that you're doing all of this marketing and stuff, and then breathe. This is why I don't miss yoga every morning and meditation, because, this is like, oh my God, it is a lot, and it is a lot.
And you have to stay on top of it constantly.
You have to stay on top of it constantly. And it helps to have a partner that you do stuff with, that has your back, that cares about the collection, that loves what's happening with it, that wants to be in it for the long term, for the whole time. And then to find other team members that work together with you. So
collaborate.
So, okay, guys, that is pretty much covering everything I can think of. I'm sure there was more, but what's right, what's wrong, what should we do, what shouldn't we do, and everything else. And then, I don't know. All right. So come over here. Come over here, honey. So we're looking forward to next time when we talk about behind the scenes, because that's the coolest thing, right? The behind the scenes stuff. And if you have any specific things you want us to cover, be sure you put them in the comments, because we don't know what your questions are or what your concerns are or what you want to know until you tell us. So let us know, because we want to help you not do any of the mistakes that we made, or we want to help you do things better and whatever. Oh, and there was one other thing. Oh my God, guys, I almost forgot this. Okay, hold on. So I'm just going to go over to, honey, go back to your camera.
Come over, go back, come over, go back.
I'm just going to show you. So if you did want to use a free NFT generator, Curious Addies, up here on the top left of the page, look up here, Curious Addies Trading Club. If you go to Curious Addies Trading Club, look, they have Launchpad. And Launchpad is a free way to, wait, here. Launchpad is a free way to create your NFT collection, and you can launch your entire collection for free. What happens when I click this? The first thing that's going to happen is they're going to tell you about what you need to do, what they have done. No technical experience, no problem. Generate your artwork, bring your project to life, customize your smart contract with the click of a button, turn any web page into a minting website with our mint button embed, look at all these standard features. I mean, look at this, guys. We could have saved a ton of money. We could have saved a ton of money if we had just used Curious Addies Launchpad. So I'm so glad I'm telling you guys this right now. For the first time. I almost forgot about this. Oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot about this. What did Dale say? Your YouTube promoters are an awesome opportunity, aren't they? I know, it's really, really cool. It's really cool that I know, it's amazing. We are very excited about our collection as well, and we really do believe that our collection is going to go viral and go to the moon. We believe we are going to moon, right? We are going to skyrocket, guys, because it is a phenomenal collection. If you haven't looked at it, go to Nuns on a Mission. Anywhere. I mean, at Nuns on a Mission is our handle for Nuns on a Mission on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, and then our NFT collection. You can find all of the links in our description, a hot link to all of our links in the description below this video. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the next video.
Toodles.
Ciao, guys. Wait, here we go. Come back over.
I forgot to.
Ciao, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You were awesome.
Have to go back over there now?
No.
No.